All praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, forever and ever, so let it be true. Love, honor, and respect to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to His Holy Son, Yahweh Shai, who died for the 12 tribes of Israel. Matthew chapter 15, verse 24, Matthew chapter 10, verse 5 and 6. And double honors to the apostles of GMS, to the 4 major prophets, to the 12 minor prophets, and the hopeful elect, the brothers, the saints, the Akim, who are preaching the word of God on the 4 corners of this earth, risking their lives day in and day out, fighting against the whore, the great prostitute who sits on the ancient beast, the Greco-Roman Empire. And peace and blessings, shalom, to my brothers and sisters and children who are watching this video. We're on another lesson, and today is Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, and we're going to get right into the scriptures, and then we'll tie it in with the news of what's going on. So we'll start with Revelations chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he who reads and those who hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written in it, for the time is near. And we're in great tribulation. Okay? And that's why he said it's blessed. Blessed. Blessed is he who reads and hear the words of this holy book of prophecy that's taking place in front of your face. You can turn on the news, you can open the newspapers, magazines, and you can see what's happening on this planet. Destruction, anarchy, chaos. You see, you can go on CNBC, CNN, and Fox News, and you can watch the bread and circuses that's happening in front of your face with your politicians. The lies that come out of their mouth every day. Prophecy is taking place in front of your eyes. But most people are blind. They see, but they can't see. They hear, and they can't hear. But you brothers and sisters, the hopeful elect, the Most High, Yahweh, picked you out of this world. So you won the lotto. Okay? So blessed is he who reads and those who hear the words of this holy book, of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written in it, that he obey the word of God. That the word of God, his word is absolute, not man. Don't be a part of this this democracy, which is fake. You're not free. It's an illusion. All right, the Democrats and the Republicans. As the days approach, the next few days, I'll bring out scriptures about following wicked men. See, remove yourself from these from politics. Remove yourself from these wicked, vile men. All right. Don't be a part of this and waste your time and energy in line to vote. All right, because your vote doesn't count. The powers that be are the wicked on the left-hand side, which are the Rothschild family. They decide who wins and who loses, and they play both sides. Okay, but we'll get into that on another lesson. But let's continue. Today's our first chilly day in Colorado. So the high is like 44 degrees today. It's not too bad. It feels good. A little chill in the air. It's good. First Corinthians. Going to First Corinthians here. First Corinthians chapter 1, and we'll start with verse 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. And today I don't need my glasses because this is the big print. This Bible right here is the big print where my eyes can see. It's the smaller Bibles I have to use my glasses, but this is the big print. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 19, for it is written in the holy book, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. That's the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Most High and His Son. He said, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Okay? Because the education, the Ivy Leagues on the left-hand side is worthless. All right? Their education is like, it's nothing but dust. All right? And these so-called scholars of this world, these Ivy League scholars, okay? And that's why God says right here, I will destroy the wise, the wisdom of the wise. They have no wisdom on the left-hand side, and bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this age? Has not God, Yahweh, made foolish the wisdom of this world? He's making them look foolish. Just watch your Donald Trump. Watch Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, your senators, your Congress, your lobbyists, your governors and your mayors. They are the children of fools. Okay? The whole world could see this. The nations under the sun are laughing at this nation. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this age? Has not Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? For since the wisdom of God, in the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the world through wisdom did not know God. Right? The so-called scholars, these Ivy League schools, these teachers, they have no understanding. They have no knowledge. They have no wisdom on the right-hand side, which is the holy book, the little book, the only book. For since in the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the world through wisdom did not know God, it pleased Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the ancient Hebrew of the Most High God Yahweh, the ancient Hebrew name of the Son, Yahushai. It's not Yahweh, Yeshua. It's not Jesus. It's not Jehovah. He has a name. And his name is Yahushai. And he says right here, and again, the Lord knows excuse me, verse 21. For since in the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the world through wisdom did not know God, it pleased God through the foolishness of the message preached to save those who believe. The foolishness of preaching. And that's what the apostles, the prophets, and the 144,000, that's happening right now. We preach the word of God. And the world, the so-called scholars of this world look down on us. The people that drive by in these upper class neighborhoods. They said, look at that man. He's a fool for preaching. And that's why it says, the foolishness of the message preached to save those who believe. To save who? You brothers and sisters and children. The hopeful elect who believe in this truth. Now the rest of these people, they're going to go vote. They believe in man. They believe in the system. They believe in the beast. All right? They believe in the Federal Reserve, the branches of government. They believe in these politicians that they're going to save them, that they could save America. The Democrats can't save America. The Republicans can't save America. All right? And especially Donald Trump can't save America. All right? The only man, God, that can save us is the Most High Son, Yahweh Shai. All right? He's only going to come back for God's elect. The rest of the people are doomed. So I'm going to read it in this translation. For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. And that's you brothers and sisters. You believe in this truth. That's why you watch. And every day, new brothers and sisters are finding out this truth. Because we're in a time of confusion. And when the scholars looked down on us and said the foolishness of preaching. When you look up the word foolishness, it means ridiculous, pointless activity, to make a fool of, to act like a fool. And they look at us as a joke when they see us with our garment. Okay? But we do this for the Most High. We do this for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the brothers, the Akim. Because we have to keep busy in this truth. Okay, we can't be laying around and be afraid to come out. We have to make these videos and push these videos on the World Wide Web. Even that our channels are suspended. Like all my channels that I have are suspended, all right? Very few people can see it, but that's okay. Even if one person a day, every time I make a video, one person comes to this truth, I'm doing my job. And every brother that's out there making videos, all right? One couple there, 2, 3 there, every day. 1, 2, 3. It's a good day. If one comes to this truth a day, and you have thousands of brothers that are making videos, and all of our channels are suspended. All right, they ghost. Our channels are, they have them way in the back. Okay, because Satan rules the kingdoms of this world. He's the prince of this world. And his children, the children of Satan, rule this world. And they don't want people to know the ancient name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is the Most High's movie. The most powerful people who rule the world are the wicked. God's people are on the bottom, and the wicked people are up here on the top. And God's for the underdog. We're on the bottom, but He gave us power, and that power is the Holy Book. And our the sword and the fire is His Word. So when we read His Word, fire comes out of our mouth, and it cuts everything, because we read the Word. That's our weapon. Our weapons of war is not man's weapons. It's the Word of God. And we're going to bring this place down with His Word. All right? And the whole world in time will see us. Right now, limited. It's very limited because they have a shadow ban, and our channels are suspended. But it's for a reason, because prophecy is taking place. Only a small remnant of people are going to make it in this truth. Okay, let's go to the holy book of Psalms chapter 55. Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Now this is talking about the wicked. This is talking about your president, your senators, your Congress, your politicians. Okay? They speak to tens of thousands of people. All right? And when they have the White House briefing and the Pentagon briefing, and when I sit and I watch this, every day I watch the briefings, every day. And I almost fall out of my chair. The lies that come out of their mouth, that they want peace, that they want peace in the Middle East, that they want peace in Ukraine. They want peace on the four corners of this earth. It's all lies. This country makes money off of war. When they say the economy is doing great, they add the wars. When they say they add jobs, this is what people don't know. You could look this up. It's government jobs. Government jobs is not part of the economy. Okay, why is that? Because it's your taxes that are paying for them to print money and to hire government employees. So it's not like somebody just opened a business and hired these people. It's the government using your hard work, your labor, and they're hiring IRS agents to go into your bank accounts, to look up your cash apps and whatever you're doing, all these different apps, to find out what you're buying, so they could go after you. So that a lot of these jobs every month, they said we added this much jobs this much. It's mostly lies. They cook the books, but a lot of these jobs that they say that they're hiring are people that are hired to work. Thousands of them every month. They hire government jobs, and that's why they take half of your check. Okay, you're paying for, like I said, you're paying for all the wars. You're paying for these IRS agents so they could track you down and go after you. Okay, but everything that comes out of their mouth is lies. And your politicians, they love war, but it's an act. They're great actors. Okay, and that's why the scripture says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. They talk real soft, delicate, like a female. But war was in his heart. Their mind and heart is war, the war machine. Because all the Rothschild's friends make money, all their companies, all these corporations, Martin Marietta, Boeing, and goes on, that make these drones and missiles and ammo, tanks, helicopters, planes. That's the war machine. They make trillions, billions, and millions for their friends. War. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Now let's go into a little bit of the news. This ties in what's going on. So, what was it, Friday? Israel attacked Iran, which we've been talking about that for the longest time. I've been saying for years that the Rothschilds, when I say Rothschilds, I'm talking about the U.S. government, the Federal Reserve, because they own the Federal Reserve. It's a separate entity. They're running the show. Okay, you're not, the only men that talk about the Rothschild family are the apostles and the prophets. Okay, I've made hundreds of videos on the Rothschilds. Some are still up, and a lot of them were taken down. You just keep on making them. But we're the only ones that bring out the masters of ceremonies, all right, who are pulling the strings, all right? They're going to war with everybody, all right? They're going to war with everybody. So when they say Israel attacked Iran, that's another lie. Israel was a part of that attack, but who runs Israel? Who runs the government of Israel? Yours truly, the Federal Reserve, the branches of government, the Pentagon, the United States. They run Israel and their whole government. All the fighter jets and their missiles, ICBMs that are in Israel, come from where? From the United States. We built that government, that Zionist government, okay? And it's in the Holy Book that the heathens will rule our land. Those are the heathens. All them heathens go to Israel. We're no longer there. We're the ancient Hebrew Israelites. We're in captivity. All right? We're far from home. And that's why the apostles and the prophets, we cry out to the Most High every day to destroy our enemies. So in the news, in the newspapers and the magazines, it's Israel attacks Iran. That's a lie. The United States attacked Iran. Okay? Now when they attacked Friday, all those fighter jets came from where? Did they come from Jerusalem? No. They came from U.S. military bases that surround Iran. Saudi Arabia, all right? And countries, Jordan. We have military bases in Iraq and Syria. Why do you think we invaded Iraq and Syria? And why we have U.S. bases in the Middle East? To take the oil, to take the gold, to take the silver, all precious metals and artifacts. Why do you think Iran has to go? Iran has more oil than Saudi Arabia. Okay, but it's lies after lies after lies with the U.S. government. Now they're saying, there's articles, you can look it up, 100 to 150 fighter jets, and most of them were U.S. Air Force that bombed Iran several days ago. Okay, over here it's going to be raw and uncut. Okay, that's why I bring out this news to you brothers and sisters, and you can look it up. The United States is running the show. All right? Just like we're running the show in Ukraine. Okay? Ukraine is a title, just like Israel. All right? We run the government of Israel. We run the government of Ukraine. NATO's there, and the United States is there. We have generals there. We have lieutenants, captains. They're there in Ukraine killing who? Killing Russians, because we want to take Russia out. Who wants to take Russia out? The Rothschild family. Who wants to take out the Middle East? The Rothschild family. World domination. They're coming after everybody, and they're coming after you too. You're not safe. If you're not part of the one world order, you got a bullseye on your back and your children. They're going to depopulate this earth. All right, we've been giving you the warnings. But like I said, no one listens. So when you attack another country, you're supposed to go to Congress. They never go to Congress for nothing. They just, like I said, United States, Israel, and NATO, the three demons, the three terrorists that rule the world. See, their truth is absolute on the left-hand side. Satan's truth, okay? They own the United Nations. They own the Vatican. They own all the biggest banks on the earth, and now they're going all out. They're on an all-out rampage. They want all the oil. They want Iran out. They want North Korea out, and they want Russia out. And if China gets jazzy with them, they're going to take China out, because they're not going to take. They're not going to let China take Taiwan, because that's where they're making the RFID chips, the devil's chip, to put in your heads and in your arm. Okay, that's where all the technology and the chips are at. This is on a big picture. See, we have nothing to do with Ukraine. Ukraine used to be a part of the Soviet Union. Eastern Europe used to be a part of Russia. But the beast is that ancient Greco-Roman Empire. And then you have the Herodian Empire, which are the Rothschilds that control Israel. They control Europe because their castles are in Europe. And they control America. The branches of government are their pit bulls. And they sick their pit bulls, the military, on anybody that's against the Federal Reserve. And that's another reason we're at war. Because the BRICS, and who's leading the BRICS? Vladimir Putin. To go to the gold standard. They're all breaking away from the federal petrodollar. Okay? But over 100 to 150 fighter jets attacked Iran, and they hit their targets. And that's the first strike. They're about to hit their second strike. And there's going to be a third strike. They're not done. All right? Just like they're not done with Gaza, and they're not done with Lebanon, they're not done with Syria, they're not done with Iraq. They're attacking the whole Middle East. All right? So Congress, government bypassing Congress to strike Iran, which they don't ever go to Congress. They just do whatever they want. They cross all borders. These people are the devil, okay? So America's attack on Iran with over 100 fighter jets were involved in the attack on Iran. World War III nuclear drills. This was yesterday, because I was gonna do a video yesterday, and it was windy. And I was gonna do it in the car, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna put some more scriptures together, tie it in with the news, and I'll just make a longer video for today. But Russia, yesterday, they did World War III nuclear drills. They were shooting missiles left and right yesterday, showing the world. They didn't show this on your regular news, your ABC, your CBS. They're keeping this out. Vladimir Putin is showing the world, and they're showing the Rothschilds and your politicians that it's going to go nuclear. See, he knows he has a bullseye on him. China knows, North Korea. That's why do you think the North Koreans are sending, they have about 15,000 now, North Koreans in Ukraine. Fighting who? NATO, America. We have our mercenaries there. Our mercenaries are there. And they already signed off the draft. All right, this was at 3 a.m. They do things at 3 a.m. in Washington, D.C. against you citizens. All right, they signed for your boys and daughters, 18 years old. They're going to draft them, and they're going to be picking them up at high schools, and they're going to be sending them to your doorstep to take your children to this war. Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing? So they're going to take your kids to the war. All right. So it says the king of the north is Vladimir Putin. He's flexing Russian nuclear muscle. Putin orders surprise nuclear drills in chilling practice run for Armageddon. You can look this up. Like I said, you got to go to rural news to see this, because they're keeping you entertained in the West. When I say the West, we're talking about Europe, Canada, United States, Latin America. They run all the TV stations. They're just keeping you entertained with baseball. Excuse me. You have the World Series going on. You have the NBA basketball back on. You have the NFL football games. You have all these concerts. You have the Hollywood movies. They're keeping you entertained. It's called bread and circuses. Okay, they're keeping you entertained with all these stupid reality stars, P. Diddy, all these fake things that are going on with all these nobodies. All right, they're just keeping you entertained, because one thing about America, they love gossip and they love being entertained. But Putin, he tested missiles that will reach the United States within 15 minutes. We're going nuclear. It's going to go nuclear. It's in the Holy Book, the only book in the universe that speaks 100% absolute truth, the real truth on the right-hand side. Satan's truth, Donald Trump's truth on the left-hand side. Joe Biden's truth, Kamala Harris, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Bushes. That's Satan's truth. There's no truth to them. It's all lies. And their lips were smoother than butter. That's to deceive the masses. Okay? So it was a nuclear drills in a chilling practice run for Armageddon. Tensions with the West. He tested the YARS, Y-A-R-S, intercontinental ballistic missiles test launch, capture shooting into the skies during the nuclear drills. It says it put chills for the people who watch these military nuclear drills, chills of what's to come. World War III, we're going into the second quarter. Economic collapse, it's happening right now. Everything is collapsing with mass layoffs. Civil wars brewing here in America, and race wars are going to be coming to America. All right, that's coming. Now, you had some at these rallies with Donald Trump, which he's for white supremacy. All right, Donald, the German Nazi Trump. All right, the Rothschilds have him there. He's going to be the spark for civil war. He's that spark, and the people who follow him. So he had some lowlife speaking the other day, and he was calling Puerto Rico an island of trash. Okay, and they speak against Native Americans. They spit out venom, poison that comes out of their mouth. But he's the spark of the race wars that are coming to America. Okay, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly in the United States. All right, look this stuff up. I'm not making this stuff up. Like I said, I'm not for the Republicans or the Democrats. All right, it's like I said, it's bred in circuses. Look that up. Goes back to the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, so that's what's coming: economic collapse, civil war, race wars, order of chaos, creating a one world order. The skill of turning confusion into a one world order. All right, they want this. They want that spark. Okay, all right. We know that they're going to do a second strike on Iran. Iran is threatening that they're going to hit U.S. bases, and they're going to shoot missiles at Israel. It's going to go back and forth. But like I said, Israel is not in charge. It's the Rothschilds, the branches of government, your Pentagon, the Federal Reserve, all right? Your U.S. military fighter jets were dropping bombs in Iran, okay? Just like they're dropping bombs in Gaza, they're dropping bombs in Lebanon, okay? And if you look, yesterday, they killed like 100 to 150 people. They said around 30 to 50 children were killed. They just keep on bombing and bombing non-stop in Gaza and Lebanon. All right, we're up, I think it's up to 45,000. This is what the UN is reporting, which is the UN is controlled by the Rothschild family, the United Nations. But if that is an accurate number, that's a lot of people. 45,000, more half of them are children. Most all of them are civilians. All right, this is just the beginning. All right, there's no outrage. I don't see nobody saying nothing. There is some protest going on. I mean, it's mostly Middle Eastern people that protest. You know, you have other cultures that are joining. People every day are waking up to this, but this is nonstop. This is ridiculous how they're dropping bombs in civilian. They're dropping them on hospitals, apartments, because they see one guy walking and they say he's a terrorist, so they'll kill 200-300 people with a dropping of a bomb, kill all kinds of kids for this one man, and most likely he's not even these are people who are just trying to defend themselves. Everybody is a terrorist who tries to if they pick up a stick to fight the Israeli army, he's a terrorist. If a woman picks up a pan to defend her home, she's a terrorist. If a 5-year-old boy sees his mom and dad gets slaughtered, he picks up a rock. United States White House briefing, but the 5-year-old was a terrorist. The little kid was just defending his family. See, every man and every woman has a right to defend themselves. If someone goes and starts kicking your door in, you have the right to defend yourself. But your so-called politicians, you're a terrorist, because their word, their truth, all right, their mind and their evil and everything, that their venom is their truth, which is all lies. But they'll brainwash you on television. Everybody's a terrorist. That they're the so-called gods of this earth, and everything that comes out of their mouth is gold. All right, it's truth. There's no truth in them. All right, Satan is a liar, just like his children are liars. All right, so if you're being brainwashed by CBS, NBC, CNN, they control it. They control the narrative of your of the radio stations on television. That's their tool to brainwash the masses. All right, but they're going all out on Iran, but it's going to backfire, because Iran is they're going to shoot their arrows at America. All right. The Rothschilds are bringing your children into this war. All right? They want the whole world. Okay? So that's what's happening on that. Let me see if I have anything else written here. Let's see what else. We could talk about gold and silver. There's a lot of things going on right now. If you brothers and sisters have any leftover money in the bank, get that money out, because your money every day, it's the value of your dollar is going less and less and less. That's why we're going into hyperinflation. Okay, your dollar does not, it's the strongest fiat on the earth, but it's losing its power every day. All right, so if you have any money, go buy gold, go buy silver, because it's not going to end. Like right now, we're in a major war. We're going into the second quarter, but there could be 3 years of chaos, which I believe is going to be at least 3 years when Wall Street collapses. I think they're just going to let people just neighbor against neighbor. It's already happened with people on the streets. Road rage. People are just taking people out. People are starting to lose it. But there's going to be, this is not the end. We're going into the second quarter of World War III, but there's still more prophecies that have to take place. All right, there's going to be an economic collapse. There's going to be a nuclear exchange before they push out that new world order. All right, where they start putting those world lockdowns. That's coming. There's things that need to take place first, but World War III is in full effect. They haven't done a draft yet. There's going to be a draft, but you're going to know how you're going to have to survive, and if you're prepared, you'll be able to survive the next 3 years of an economic depression. All right, we're already entering that depression. All right, the other day I went the last day at Conn's. There's a Conn's not too far from my home, and it was the last day. I went in there. It was practically everything was gone. There was a couple refrigerators there, and I talked to the main manager there, and he told me, because I know a few of the people in there. You know, I go for my walks around that area, and I'll go in there and I'll look at TVs and stuff. A few of the kids that did work there were in their young 20s. They said they found another job. But the main guy that was running the store, I talked to him, and he said that he can't find no job. He's been looking for a job, and he's going on unemployment. All right, they're doing mass layoffs, and today I think it was in Chicago, they're laying off hundreds of employees. I believe it was Pepsi. Every day I'm hearing about Boeing. I'm hearing about high tech. There's this laying off. There's this layoffs every day. I can't even keep up with it. All right, we're going into a depression. But going back to gold, it's hitting all-time highs. All right, gold climbs to record as Mid-East crisis, the U.S. elections is driving gold to all-time records. All right, why Americans should be paying more attention to the gold price rise, and silver is breaking out. It's been hitting around $35 silver, and it has way more higher to go. Like I said, the Federal Reserve, the United States, the Wall Street, they manipulate the gold and silver, and that's why Putin and the BRICS, they're going to the gold standard, which here in the United States they destroyed that in 1971. All right, that it was they took it off the gold standard. That they're just giving, your money is just that paper money. Put it in your pensions, put it in your 401, but it's worthless. This is what you don't understand. All right, that's why $100 now is like less than 20 bucks. $100 now is nothing. Back in the 70s when I was young, $100 was a lot of money. You could buy like 3 bags of groceries with $100 bucks. $100 now is nothing. That's just going out to eat with your family at Chick-fil-A or wherever you eat. All right, I make my food at home. But these fast food restaurants, $100 is nothing. All right, so if you, like I said, I've been saying this for years. If you have $100,000 in the bank, it's worth only about $15,000. Your purchase power is gone. All right, that's why you need to go to metals. That's God's money, gold and silver, not crypto. Crypto's fake. Just like their money system's fake. They just print money out of thin air. They send money to banks and says, okay, we'll send you 100 trillion to Chase. We'll send 300 trillion to Wells Fargo. It's all buttons now. They just make up stuff. But everything's going into hyperinflation. The people that are going to be hurting is your civilians, your regular people. Your American people are going to be hurting. All right, so silver, I want to talk a little more about silver because it's cheap right now, even $35. I'll buy it if it hit $100 an ounce. That's cheap. Silver right now should be in the hundreds of dollars for 1 ounce. Like I said, they manipulate the silver because they're trying to put their dollar as the king. So gold's always going to be on top. The dollar will never surpass gold. Gold is always on top. And who loved gold more than anybody on this earth in ancient times? King Solomon. He had gold cups. One of these days I'll do a lesson on King Solomon and gold. Okay, because you're supposed to be drinking your water out of gold cups and silver cups. It helps the body. Okay, but that's on a whole different lesson. But King Solomon loved gold, and he built his house with gold, and the Lord's house, Yahweh. He built the house, King Solomon's temple. That was where all the ancient prophets and the people, the 12 tribes, would go and worship there. Okay? You had to bathe and be clean and before you can even get close to the temple. Okay? But like I said, that's on another lesson. But silver, gold and silver was always gold and silver. But the manipulation with the United States is the Rothschild. They're very cunning. That's why in the Bible, in the Holy Book of Genesis, he's the most cunning of them all. He makes paper, then he puts America on there, the Federal Reserve. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Getting a little chilly. So they put their dollar up there, gold's here, they put their king dollar here, the Federal Reserve note, the petrodollar, and then they put silver down here. And they've been suppressing silver, all right? Silver right now, should be at $3,333 an ounce, all right? Gold should be at $25,000. Really, when it collapses, gold will be at $50,000. Your silver will be at $3,333. And that's when there's going to be a lot of chaos. When there's a world collapse, that's where gold will hit $100,000 an ounce, and silver will be at $6,666. But really, silver should be almost up there with gold. Okay, and I'm going to read a little bit about silver and why they need silver. Okay, what they're not telling you, and you're going to have to go hide this. Go bury it in the ground. You're gonna have to hide it, okay? So silver is in missiles. A lot of people don't know that. You need silver in all these ICBMs, these intercontinental missiles, short-range missiles. They all have silver in them. Some have 3 pounds of silver, some are 5 pounds of silver, 10 to 15 pounds of silver. Once those missiles, once they shoot those missiles and they blow up, their silver's gone. You only can mine so much gold and you only can mine so much silver a year. Okay? So silver is in batteries to power guidance, control, and tracking. So they have these silver in these batteries that guide the missiles and control, and they track. Silver's demand increases due to the new hypersonic missiles. The arms race in space is intensifying with Russia, China, and the United States. All right? There's a arms race in space because they're all putting these, they're putting missiles They put satellites and they're putting missiles up there in space. Because there's a world war on Earth and there's a space war going on in space with satellites and missiles. I say the arms race in space is intensifying. This could consume millions of ounces of silver. Okay? How the rise of electric vehicles is reshaping the silver market. All these electric cars have silver. The cables that charge the cars have silver. And people have been stealing them too. You can look up those articles. Electrical connections on the switches, control systems, the welding, silver to weld steel and aluminum together for windshields. Silver ceramic blinds are used to defrost windshields. Silver critical role in the clean energy transition. The solar and the EV sectors to prop up silver demand. And that's another thing is the solar panels. Because they're gonna push that and they're gonna make homeowners pay for these solar panels. And they're gonna if you don't put up these solar panels, this is for that the world's they're pushing that, just like with the electric cars, they're pushing that by 2030. They want everybody, all these regular gas cars, they're going to be illegal to drive. All right, and why they want these electric cars? Because they can control them with their satellites. So they can actually, when you're driving your electric vehicle, they could drive you right to a concentration camp. They could take you to jail. They'll drive you right to jail. Your kids will never drive again. Your kids, if you have like an 8-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 13, they're not going to drive. All right. Matter of fact, these electric vehicles, they could probably just make you drive right into a tree and just take you out. All right. But that's that total control, because the Rothschilds, they have that God complex. They want to control the whole world. All right. Everything. Like I said, they're going to knock off billions of people. All right. They want to bring it down to 50 million people, and they're going to control every single one of them. And those remaining people that are alive are going to be slaves. All right. You're not going to own nothing. But going back to the solar, they're pushing that to save the world of using oil and so forth. You know, it's part of the one world order. All right. But they want all these people. It's going to actually make you destitute, because they're going to force people to go with these solar panels. All right. And people can't even, like, they can't even pay their water bills and their public service bills. Inflation is going to kill most everybody, the ones that were not prepared. Okay. It's called all roads lead to Rome. Well, all roads lead to this hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is going to squeeze everybody. It's squeezing people right now. All right. People can't pay their mortgages. There's house foreclosures that are happening. Everything's going up, but your pay. All right. And they're cutting your hours, they're laying off people. So people are in big trouble. Big trouble. What's coming. All right. So this silver is used in everything. All right. They're in your cell phones. They're in cameras. I mean, just look it up. Everything that uses silver. All right. Because silver, like I said, it ain't going to be no $35 an ounce. All right. And I was buying it back then when it was $12 an ounce. Right? And like I said, it's super cheap. If it goes to 40, 50 bucks, get it and go bury it somewhere, hide it, let your, because the silver for the next 3 years is not for you to become rich. It's for you to eat. Okay? Because we're going into famine. We're in a famine. It's for you to eat. Okay? It's getting real chilly out here. So It's for that clean energy transition. Silver, ceramic, I mean, the windshield, silver, critical role in the clean energy. That's the word I was looking for. That's that clean energy. That's why they're going to force everybody to put these solar panels, and you're going to have to pay for it. All right. And it's not going to be no $3,000. It's going to be something like 40, 50, 80,000 to solar panel your homes. All right. This is like what I'm saying. Most people are going to be destitute and they're going to be homeless because most people, like I said, they can't even pay their bills. They're going behind on their credit cards. They're behind on everything. That's inflation. You cannot outrun this inflation. It's like a raging fire. You know, fires, when there's a raging fire in the mountains, it can move over 100 miles an hour. You can't outrun it. You could jump in your car and you can't drive a wildfire. Fires can move at 150 miles per hour. This is what people don't know. This is what's happening with inflation. I'm just comparing it with fire. It's moving so fast that everybody is digging their grave. All right, that's why you have to live a humble lifestyle, make your own food, don't go out to dinner, don't go places where you're going to spend money. Go to a park, go for a walk. You see what I'm saying? The less you eat, the longer you live. So the demand for silver in the solar industry is increasing as the global demand for solar panels grows. Silver is a key component in PV panels, which convert sunlight into electricity. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this lesson up tomorrow, brothers and sisters. There's more scriptures, but my hands are getting real cold. But we'll finish this up. I have a lot more scriptures to go through. Like I said, the news keeps on changing by the minute. We'll see what happens, what's happening. But things are happening. Get prepared. Only the strong are going to survive. This war is going to escalate. Just with the North Koreans joining in the war, they're going to be drafting your kids to fight this war in Ukraine. All right? Because they're not going to let the United States and NATO is not going to let Ukraine go. All right? And NATO, remember, Ukraine has nothing to do with the United States or NATO. They're not part of the NATO, Ukraine. But that's the Ukraine is the cemetery, the graveyard of this war with Russia. That's a battleground, and there's going to be a battleground out there in the Middle East. Okay, we're going to get into more scriptures. There's a lot of things are happening. We're going to see if there's if the elections happen next week. There's so many things brewing right now. And then I showed you that video. And they shadow banned that video, the one I was showing you about Washington, D.C. Because there's going to be another 9/11. And they're going to blame it on Russia and Iran. But it'll be from the Rothschilds. Because the Rothschilds created 9/11. That was their hands were behind that. All right. Like I said, they're the masters of ceremonies. All right. They planned that 9/11 for 3 buildings to go down. You had the Twin Towers, and then you had a 55-story building that just went down. Nothing touched it. All right. Then you had the Pentagon. They said a plane hit the Pentagon. No plane hit the Pentagon. If you look at pictures, it was a missile hit the Pentagon. There was no plane. They didn't find no wing. There was nothing. All right. The whole plane just disappeared. Okay. Even if there's a fire, a hot fire, there's still going to be metal and things left on the ground. All right. But like I said, the American people are dumb and dumber. They believe in Democrats. They believe in Republicans. They believe that a man is going to save them, or a woman, because who knows? They might put Kamala. I don't know who they have planned. Could be Kamala. Could be Trump. We don't know. They might cancel the elections. There's a few days left. We're going to see what happens. We'll see what these devils have planned. All right. But your mind needs to stay focused on Yahweh, Bahashem, and this holy book, because his word is the truth, not their truth, not on the left-hand side, not the devil's truth. The devil's truth is lies, okay? Lies. So remember that. Stay strong. Keep on fighting. Don't let Satan take your dignity. Keep on fighting the good fight. We're almost out of here. Things are moving quickly. And like I said, they already attacked Iran. They're going to continue. There's going to be a second strike, a third strike. And Iran said they're going to strike back. They're going to hit back. They're getting ready. Russia keeps on sending hypersonic missiles. Things are going to get ugly in the Middle East and in Russia. And it might pop off over there in China with Taiwan. And then with the economic collapse that's happening right here in the United States. There's just so many things going on right now. But stay strong. Be at peace with this truth. We're almost out of here. We're on third base. We're about to go to home plate. And that's the finish line. For all you brothers and sisters, stay strong in this truth. Keep on fighting back. Mind your business. Don't get involved in politics. Don't get involved in religion with these fake churches. Just, for your brothers and sisters, you could tell your family members, your best friends, that if they don't get it, keep on moving. Don't waste your energy or your time. All right? With this truth, you're going to be by yourself mostly. Okay? But just stay strong. We've been going through it for decades. All right? We've been attacked for decades. All right? So you brothers and sisters can make it. You're going to make it. You just keep on fighting. And hope you brothers and sisters were edified, give you some words of encouragement. But remember, the word of God is your fortress. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Magnify his name. And God will have mercy upon your soul. So all praises to the Most High God forever and ever. So let it be true. The water. Thank you for watching.